What's up, guys? It's your girl Kia, and I am back for another video, and we will be talking about the Tamron Hall video with Kenya Moore. I actually am surprised that, Kenya Moore was invited on Tamron Hall, but apparently they're friends, and Tamron Hall has an amazing platform. I mean, an amazing platform. That is where you want to be if you want to talk about something and get your opinion out there. You want to go on the Tamron Hall show, especially when, talk shows midday are dying out. I think it is only just Tamron Hall who has a show like that. So like I said, I didn't know they were friends. And she's going on to the show to talk about the fallout from what happened while taping The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if you're interested about what happened with that, you can drop that in the description, and you can go back to my previous video talking about that situation and what happened. But I don't think this interview helped Kenya like she thought it would. I mean, yes, she's taking accountability, but it's weird you taking accountability after you spent the last 6 months telling all of us that we don't know what we're talking about, and I didn't do revenge porn, and I'm not losing opportunities with businesses, I'm not this, I'm not that, when in reality, all those things were true. Tamron goes straight into it, and I appreciate Tamron holding, Kenya's feet to the fire, holding her accountable, not laughing at Kenya's kind of, well, they came for me, don't come for me if I don't send for you. She didn't take the bait and laughing and giggling at any of that stuff, because it takes away from the seriousness of what Kenya did, and Kenya had to admit, yes, I did. Oh, it's a bug in my car. I hate that. Kenya had to admit, I did blow up inappropriate pictures and show them at my grand opening of my salon. After she had said she didn't. She doesn't want to call it revenge porn, which, I heard from other people, revenge porn is a legal term. So technically it's not revenge porn, but she did show highly inappropriate pictures of a co-worker, because that's what the Real Housewives of Atlanta is. Bravo Universal is a company, and anybody that's on your set with you, they are co-workers. And you cannot do that at your job, any job, it doesn't matter. But she admitted doing it. And actually showing pictures of somebody, speaking into the mic and, read between the lines what you will on that, and showing it to a room full of people. She didn't even show this to other co-workers, cast members on the show. She ruined her own grand opening by doing this. Her reasoning behind it is where I have a huge issue, and I think a lot of people have a huge issue. She's saying that she was threatened by Brittany Eddy. Now, she's saying these weird little innuendos on Tamron Hall, like I was threatened, I didn't feel safe, and those are very common Karen keywords that we hear all the time. I didn't feel safe, I was unsure, my security wasn't questioned. All those are those Karen keywords. But she's never saying what Brittany Eddy actually said, and it's never been said what Brittany Eddy actually said. There was rumors that Brittany Eddy bought a gun to one of the tapings, or said she had a gun. There's no proof of that. What Brittany Eddy might have said was, you better find out about me, and that's what Kenya said, that you better find out who I am and learn about me and blah 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 blah. I don't think that's a threat. I think that's basically saying, you think I'm a child, you think I'm playing around, you think I'm just some newbie on the show, you better learn about me. You better recognize who I am, because I'm not one to play with. That is common reality TV show, especially black reality TV show banter. That is not a threat. But Kenya says that made her feel threatened. She didn't feel protected. So instead of hiring security, private security, instead of making it very, very known to producers, hey, I really do not want to be in any scenes with her, I don't feel safe, you decide to show inappropriate pictures of her at your event? How does that make sense? How does that make you feel more protected? How does that make you feel secure, safe? All those buzzwords, again, Karen buzzwords you were throwing around. It doesn't. You were trying to get back to her, and she went low, and you decided to go to hell. And again, that's sometimes what happens on a reality TV show, but you took it to a place that was that's wrong to do at your place of employment, which is what the Real Housewives of Atlanta is. And I think Kenya keeps forgetting that. You were at work, girl. You were at work. You can't show inappropriate pictures of a coworker. And I keep saying that because that keeps getting lost. And people keep saying things like, oh, it's just reality TV. Reality TV is different. It's still work. Those are still your coworkers. Those are not your friends. And we've seen that throughout the shows. Those are not your friends. They are people that you work with. The other thing that I have an issue with Kenya, let me backtrack a little bit. She also said in her previous Instagram lives that she wasn't suspended. She was suspended. She was put on pause. She is not going to be in a lot of scenes for the Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. Most likely what's going to happen is they're going to reduce her to a friend of, because they still want to talk about what happened, because what happened was such a big deal, not only on the show, but it was a big deal in, all of us blogs, news outlets, everybody talking about it. So she'll probably get reduced to a friend of, but she definitely was demoted and she definitely was suspended. She didn't film the rest of the season, and she kept trying to make it seem like, well, because of my security, they decided not to film with me. No, they decided not to film with you because it's a huge liability while they're trying to figure out the ramifications of what you did, so they can't film with you. It just her on Tamara just seemed like a lot of delusion and not understanding. Yes, she said she shouldn't have done it, but there's still a lack of understanding of the seriousness of it. And then she brings up her daughter, saying that I'm the only one who supports my daughter, and she starts going up at the waterworks. And I hate when these women do this. I hate when reality show people do it. I hate when women in the real world do it. Do not throw your child in my GD face when you are in trouble and something is going wrong for you. That is so stupid. Your child was not in danger. You put your job and finances in danger when you did it. And for some reason that didn't click in your brain before you did it, that this is going to be bad. And she keeps saying that, oh, I thought Bravo was going to blur it out. That makes it okay to do it because you thought Bravo was going to blur it out? You didn't think that you doing this was going to harm your grand opening of your business. You didn't think that would take away what you really needed was to, again, market and publicize your business on a really large scale. You didn't get to do it last season because they cut it out. They're giving you another opportunity to do it again. And you decided to overshadow it. And you didn't think that was going to affect your business. You did not think that nobody from that event was going to post it, talk about it, or anything. And you didn't think it was going to get back to the different stores that your hair products are in. And it did. And she was making a comment, and she got in videos before this saying how Kenya Moore hair care is still on the shelves. They're still selling it. Yes, they are still selling it because they still had inventory that they need to get rid of. They're not just going to rip it off the shelves unless you've done something like super duper detrimental, something like a Diddy type of situation. They're not going to pull it from the shelves. But what they can do is sell out all of the current inventory that they have as much as they can before they send it to the Rosses, the TJ Maxxes, the Marshalls, and then not to renew the contract again. And she said on Tamron Hall's show that they were considering not renewing the contract again. And she made a comment about being in 5,000 more stores. I highly doubt that she's in 5,000 more stores of a different location. If she's talking about the Rosses and the Marshalls and the TJ Maxx, then that would make sense. Yes, your products have gone from a reputable brand. What am I saying? Those stores are not reputable brands. What I'm saying is you've gone from a hair care specific store down to being in the lower level retailers. So yes, you are in 5,000 more stores, Kenya. Congratulations. Everybody keeps saying that she's taking accountability, and it just doesn't seem like it to me. And listen, drop down in the comments and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm being petty. But I just don't see how this interview helped her. She got her side of the story. Her side of the story is, and it was previously in her Instagram, that she was provoked. Still doesn't mean you should do it. Somebody could provoke you to slap them. Doesn't mean you won't face consequences. What happens when you slap somebody? And if you were going to do something like this, get back at her so that Brittany will leave you alone. There were so many other ways to do it. Kenya, you are the shade assassin. You could have done it so many other ways. We've watched you do it for the past 12 years so many other ways. You didn't need to blow up pictures of this girl, doing sexual acts. I don't know. I don't think this interview helped. Let me know if I'm wrong. In this scenario, guys, I really don't think I'm wrong about this. I don't think this is going to help her. She apparently wasn't fired by Bravo Universal. She was suspended. And I do appreciate the fact that she's going on and apologizing. And I think this probably was a negotiation that NBC probably made with her is, we're not going to fire you, but you need to say, I'm sorry. You need to apologize. This needs to get cleaned up. And maybe we'll circle back either next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta or Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip or Traders or any of the other things that, we have that you could possibly be a part of. This is your only way to make it back. So and we'll see what happens. So drop them in my comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're a Kenya Moore fan and you think what she did was justified. Let me know if you think she should even have a job at all on NBC Universal. So like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.